Hey lovely, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I wanted to stop in and share a technique that I use when I find myself reaching for my phone or reaching for the chocolate or unconsciously reaching for the buy button on something that I know I don't need, but I'm trying to sort of fill some emotional gap. And what I do is I pause and I ask myself 4 questions. And it's called the HALT Method. And it goes like this: Am I hungry? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Am I tired? And it sounds so simple, but it is incredibly powerful and it works like nobody's business. It's amazing. And I actually learned it from one of my mentors, Carrie-Anne Moss. I'm part of her amazing Fierce Grace Collective, which is Kundalini based trainings, but also a lot of self nurture, self care. It's an amazing experience. And when I heard this, it blew my mind, honestly. It sounds so simple, but when you actually use it, it really works. Because I don't know about you, but I find myself, maybe I'm sitting at my desk at my day job and I'm feeling a little bit frustrated, or I'm feeling a little bit isolated or lonely. Maybe I've forgotten to eat and I'm feeling hungry, and I'm reaching for these things outside of myself, not actually checking in and asking myself what's going on before I do the reaching. And especially for me, for things like chocolate and my mobile phone. And that can become such a habit. And it's something that I'm talking with so many people about so constantly. And that is, I want to use my phone less. I want to scroll mindlessly less. I want to be more conscious with my mobile phone. Or my snacking as well. That's been coming up a lot for my clients lately. I'm noticing that I'm getting to 7 o'clock and I've had my dinner and I'm just reaching for snacks and I'm not even hungry. And it's amazing to be able to actually just pause. And look, I'm not saying that this is going to happen every time, because we're human and we run habits and they're so ingrained that often we don't think about them. But if there's things that you're starting to notice, or maybe you're starting to shift habits and you're finding it a little difficult, and you're finding, like I do sometimes, I go back for the chocolate or I go back for my phone, or maybe you're reaching for something else, to pause when you can, when you notice. Again, this is all about being really loving and gentle and self-kind. It's not about beating yourself up for all the times you eat the chocolate or you grab the phone. It's about, when you can, starting to bring that awareness. When you notice yourself running that pattern that you know isn't serving you, that you know you don't want to choose anymore, to pause and ask yourself questions. And even if the only question you ask yourself in that moment is, what's really going on here? Or what do I really need right now? Do I actually need my phone? Do I actually need to scroll social media? Do I actually need to eat that chocolate or that thing? Or is there something else that I need? Have I got a deeper emotional need that's not being met? Or maybe there's emotion bubbling to the surface that I'm kind of trying to stuff down with the buying or the eating or the phone scrolling or whatever it might be. And is it because I am actually hungry and so I'm feeling a little bit rattled or a little bit shaken or a little bit off? And if I go and eat, it's going to shift my energy. Or am I feeling angry? Am I frustrated about something? And that feels uncomfortable. So I'm reaching for something to numb that or to distract me from that, because I don't actually want to deal with it right now. Or am I feeling lonely? And that can be a big thing for phones, because we have that sense that if we've got our phone in our hand and we're on Instagram or Facebook or social media or whatever, we're connecting. But is that the connection that you need right now? Or do you need a hug from someone you love, or from your pet? Or do you need to phone someone you care about that you can trust and have a conversation with them? Are you feeling lonely, or are you feeling a little isolated? Or are you tired? And I know for me, sometimes when I get tired, I'll be looking for something to kind of give me that maybe buzz or that energy or that lift. And maybe it means take a quick nap or go to bed early or zone out for a little while with something that feels nurturing for you. Or one thing that I love to do, and I do this personally, and all of the disclaimers in terms of consult your doctor and check with all of the relevant experts first as to whether this is okay for you based on your health and your well-being and whether you're pregnant or not and all of these things. But I love to lie flat on my back with my legs up the wall for 2 to 5 minutes, and it energizes me like crazy and I love it. So I do that. I definitely recommend that you check whether that's okay for you before trying it. But if it's something that you're interested in, check with your doctor or your yoga teacher or whoever it might be that's an expert in these things. But again, it's about meeting the actual need instead of just reaching unconsciously for that thing. And then often you might find, I know I do, I have that thing, I scroll my phone, I eat that chocolate, but I don't actually feel fulfilled because we're not meeting that deeper need. So I wanted to share that with you, the HALT method, or just ask yourself what's really going on here, or what do I really need right now? I know for me that's powerful. I hope it's helpful and supportive for you too. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. My email is sarah@sarahjensen.com.au, or leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you have an amazing day. I'll talk with you soon.